Join me right now on Kumite Radio is Ricky Too Slick Camp. He'll be fighting on September 8th at Hex Fight Series 16 against Scott MacGregor in Melbourne, Australia. What's going on, Ricky?
What's up, man? How you doing? How you guys doing?
Good, good. How is life treating you right now on the island?
Man, super great, man. Like, we got tropical weather out here. Everything's great, man.
What I want to start with is I want to go to the beginning of your career. You started off, your first 3 fights, very impressive. Then you dropped your next 3. You know, it's a very roller coaster of a ride for a fighter. How tough was it to overcome that losing streak?
Man, it was just like a lot of pressure, you know, a lot of pressure going in towards the fights where man, we're physically ready, but then again, like the main thing is getting mentally ready for a fight, you know, like we're all ready to run thousands and thousands of miles, you know, but when it comes to mentally preparing yourself, that was my biggest downfall in those 3 fights.
Who helped you get over that hump, you know, the mental hump?
Man, like all my training partners, man, like all my training partners that always tells me like they believe in me and stuff like that. So, man, it like forced me to believe in myself even more, you know. And then like no one likes to lose. I'm a competition kind of guy, you know. So competition is the reason why I love fighting, man. Is I love competing. Not really about fights. I love competing. You know, showing what our gym has to offer, showing what our island has to offer and stuff like that. You know, we're all looking for a big dream, and that's UFC, you know. UFC or Bellator, and that's where I'm aiming.
After that streak, you won 6 or 7 fights. What changes did you make to elevate yourself except for, you know, the mental aspect?
Man, learning more, man. Like trying to because I was one-dimensional before, you know, like, hey, if we're gonna box, we're gonna box. If we're gonna wrestle, we're gonna wrestle. If we're gonna grapple, we're gonna grapple. Now I'm learning to adapt to any situation to where we're boxing, we're wrestling, we're doing jiu-jitsu, you know, we're scrambling. So that was my biggest mix up in the game as of right now, is putting everything together.
Your last fight, you defeated Pancrase veteran Hiro Yuki Oshiro at Hex Fight Series 12. What did you think of your performance?
Man, I think that one there I really mixed it up, you know, like I really like displayed what I had to offer, you know, like going back to what was it? I think Hex 11 when I fought Luke Kadabig, you know, like I took him down in the first round, had some wrestling base on top of him, you know, like leg riding him, just peppering him, stuff like that. Then I came out to like knock him out because my coach JJ, you know, JJ Ambrose was like every time I got the rear naked choke on him, he's like, you better let that go. I'm like, oh man. So, you know, like we were looking to make a statement, you know, because like he believes in me and he wants me to go somewhere great, you know, that's the UFC or Bellator. So he looked at me and he was like, you better let that go. You know, we're not looking for that. We're not looking for that. You know, like we're looking to knock this guy out. We're looking to display of what I have to offer, you know. So I took him down in the first round, and then second round came out and I used my hands a lot. You know, I was starting to use my hands, starting to feel more comfortable. And that's the main thing about this as of right now, is I feel a lot more comfortable in the cage, knowing that I'm mentally and physically prepared to go anywhere the fight takes me, you know. And what you call that? With everything, it's just more of me feeling comfortable. You know, I think about his hard sparring. You know, I trained at MMA Lab. I've trained like what's that gym called in Texas? I trained in Texas. I trained in MMA Lab in Arizona. I used to stay in Arizona. You know, I went up to Carson Gracie up in California, and I trained with those guys up there too. So, I mean, the hard sparring, like no one's gonna hit as hard as the way my training partners hit me. You know, like they're there to help me out. They're there to kill me and help me out. You know, so no one's gonna hit as hard as them. No one's gonna be as better as them. Like that's what I think.
That was your first fight. You won by decision. Were you a little nervous when the scorecards were about to be read? Because, you know, your last fight that you went to the judges, you lost the split.
Oh, against Trevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this one here, I knew I secured it. I threw more. I took him down. I controlled him and everything like that. I mean, basically he does it to where like he tries to hold you down, you know. So I was thinking about like, man, if I can try to wrestle this guy, try to make it a wrestling match, because you know I was telling you I'm a competition kind of guy, you know. If he wanted to stand with me, we're gonna stand. If we're gonna wrestle, we're gonna wrestle, you know. So like they're telling me like, oh man, this guy's really good at wrestling and stuff like that. I'm a competition, so I'm like, oh, this guy's good at wrestling. I'm gonna try to wrestle him out. You know, I'm gonna try to wrestle him out. I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna try to like break him. That's what I was trying to do. But he a tough guy, man. Like he took the shots I gave him. He wasn't tired, man. Like I was bouncing around the ring, and then I was like looking at him, and he was bouncing around the ring, looking at me too. I was like, wow, I got competition, you know. Like, and I'm known for my cardio, man. Like as of like going 3-minute rounds, going 5-minute rounds. Like to me, it's more of the pace, you know, the pace you set and everything like that. So I was like, man, I'm going to try to gas this guy out. But when I looked across the ring and he was smiling at me, I was like, wow, this guy's in shape, man. So it was an awesome fight, man. It made me realize that there's other people out there that train just as hard, that has the same amount as focus, the same amount as cardio, same amount as mentally stuck in there. You know, like his game was to not give up, not let me get anything, you know, and he was doing it, you know. Like I had to work extra hard, bring out all the tools I had to try to come out with the win. But at the end of the day, you know, like I knew I secured the win. I took him down more. I landed more strikes, and basically, yeah, I knew I had all 3 rounds.
That fight was 10 months ago. Has it been difficult for you to get a fight, or were there other reasons for not competing for so long?
Man, I was trying to get a fight. The last one, I was supposed to fight. What was it? October? No. July. I was supposed to fight July. Yeah. I was supposed to fight July, man. Vince Murdoch.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to fight Vince Murdoch, and he was supposed to fight the guy that I fought, Luke Kadabik.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Kadabik. He was supposed to fight Luke Kadabik, but he ended up pulling out from Luke Kadabik because he had a little injury, you know, like a little cut on his eye and stuff like that. So the first thing I was telling JJ, I was like, man, you know, like it's kind of crazy for him to take a fight like 2 weeks right after that versus me, or 3 weeks after that versus me, because it's like what if he gets injured in that fight? I might not have an opponent for the next fight. My JJ was like, oh, don't worry. And then I was like, man, he's not, you know, like he got cut. He pulled out from Luke, and then like he couldn't fight me, you know, like he had an injury. So that one got canceled, and then I just been looking for a fight, man. JJ's been trying to keep me on you know, like on a roll and stuff. Like he's trying to keep me steady, focused, and everything like that. So that way, you know, it's easier for you when you're on a roll, when you're mentally focused in there. Because, you know, like once you start slacking off, once you know you don't have a fight and stuff like that, you start slacking off, man, and you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to stay level. No moving up, no moving down, man, you know?
Stagnant.
You stay at ground zero, man. That's what I think, you know? Like you're going up like this, and then next thing you just go like this for a long time. I mean, you're never going to get better. You're never going to get that more comfortable and everything like that, just laying on the sidelines.
Is Vince Murdoch a name that you would like to face in the future in Hex?
Oh, yeah. Also, before I was supposed to fight – I was supposed to fight Luke, or I was supposed to fight Vince Murdoch, yeah. And then they gave me that guy, Roman Salazar, the one that fought in the UFC. I was hoping and praying. I was praying with all my might, man, that he'd fight me. Like I really wanted to fight him because, like, UFC, that's two. You know, like that's a dream for me. You know, that's a dream for me. And you coming down from the UFC and me fighting you, that's a dream for me to face you. You know, win, lose, or draw, like I'm happy. You know, but Vince Murdoch, maybe in the future, yeah. I'm trying to how you say this? I'm trying to like beat this guy here and then move on. You know, like my main focus right now is this guy right here, and whether to me I want to win. You know, so win and then try to get a belt in Hex.
Well, you know, the UFC could come a knocking. You never know.
Man, like my doors are always open, man. Like my door is open. They don't even have to knock. Just come in, man, and holler my name, man.
You don't even have a door.
Dude,
Huh? You don't even have
dude,
a
I
door.
don't even have a door. Just come in, man. Just come in and be like, hey, you know, like I need you in 3 days notice. I'd die just, dude. I'd cut, man. I'd cut so much weight just to be on that show, man. No matter what, you know, no matter what you have to do, you know, just to make it in the UFC, I'd do it.
As of late, you've been leaving your home to fight. How much support do you get from the island of Guam? And what does it mean to you to fly the flag in other countries?
Man, it means everything to me, you know, like me, like I got goosebumps right now, you know, just talking about it. It brings pride, you know, like for me to go out there, I carry my flag, I carry my people, my island over there, you know, and for me to represent them, it's kind of like, man, they tell me like, you know, win, lose or draw, man, you're still like representing us and stuff. But I'm more like win, win or win. Like I'm going out there to represent us, you know. Like I really don't believe in win, lose or draw, you know. Like I always want to win. Competition is everything, and you know, like those losses that I took before, you know, like I look back at it and I'm like, man, you know, like imagine if I just go back, you know, like if I took it smarter, like a smarter way of doing it to where like I'm not just always yeah. You know, I didn't have a manager before, so I'm just like, yeah, that fight, yeah. You know, and I mean, I'm not one to back down. Competition is everything, but more of picking smarter fights, you know, to where it helps you get ready for the big fights. So as of right now, I'm picking, or like we're getting fights to prepare us for the big fights. You know, name him. I'm down to fight whoever there is out there. You know, as of right now. Before back then, you know, I was young. I was just like, hey, yeah, I'll fight that guy. Yeah, I'll fight that guy. Be Mr. Tough Guy. As of right now, like it's just being mentally there. And then right now, I'm mentally there, man.
On the island, your team, you got a group of killers out there. They're all getting ready for fights. Don't you guys got fights like weekend after weekend after weekend? So
Yeah.
so the room must be crazy right now.
Man, the testosterone level is crazy, man. Like no one wants to lose. That's what makes it competitive, you know. Like I love when everyone's in camp because no one likes to lose. No one wants to lose, and that being said, it's more of like it pushes me. So you know, if I push him 10 times, he's gonna push me 11 times. I don't want to push him 12 times. It's gonna build, man. It's gonna build up, and we're only gonna get better from there.
You're one of the smaller guys on your team, right?
Yeah, man. I'm sparring with Roki Martinez, JJ Ambrose. We got this Russian guy, AK. Jeff Mesa's another big 35er. Kyle Uggins another big 35er. You know, so like yeah, I'm on the smaller portion of it. You know, yeah. But then again, that's why I was telling you that no matter what opponent they put me against, 135, it's look at my sparring partners. You see what I'm saying? Look at my sparring partners. No one's gonna hit as hard as them. No one's gonna be as strong as them. You know, like a 35er goes with another 35er or a 45er, you know? Out here, we're scrappers, we're islanders, you know, like big, small, take them all.
You were mentioning earlier that you have to build momentum. Your future opponent, MacGregor, he hasn't fought in 2 years. And he's going to come back to face you, someone that has built momentum. What do you think about that? Do you believe in cage rust?
Yeah, man. I do believe in that, man. I do believe that, like, since he's been out for so long, you know, I believe in that. But then again, what if he was just sitting out learning things? What if he was sitting out training this whole time just to come back and make a bang, you know? Like, we don't know what he was doing. We don't know what training camp he went to. What techniques he's learned, you know, like I watched some of his fights, man. He's really good on wrestling and stuff like that. You know, I was a high school wrestler. out of high school. Went straight into wrestling. You know, Melker Manabusen. I've been wrestling with them. Kyle Uggan, Jolo Lopez. I've been wrestling like pretty long, you know. And then when I was watching this thing, I was like, man, this is gonna be a good fight, dude. Like, this guy gonna try to wrestle me, and like, I'm gonna put it on him, man. It's gonna be great, dude.
Yeah, it seems like you want the challenge. You don't want an easy fight. You want a guy that's gonna push you and compete with you. You don't want a guy that's just gonna fall over.
No, because it makes me at my best. You know, if I'm a little afraid of a guy, if I'm a little scared to get hit from him and stuff like that, I mean, everyone can say that, oh, I'm not scared of that guy, I'm not scared of this guy and stuff like that. Man, lock them in a cage. You know what I'm saying? Lock them in a cage and they both swing at each other. You know, and one gets cracked. The other person's gonna feel it. You know, the other person's gonna run or like he's gonna be like, oh crap, you know, like shit, that guy hit me hard. So like, I believe that like the opponent that I have, and I know he's really, really good and stuff like that, you know, like it forces me to be better. You know, like I'm gonna go in there fast. I'm gonna go in there not wanting to get hit. I'm gonna go in there not wanting it to take down. I'm gonna want to put it to where I fight my fight instead of fighting his fight. You know, I know what this guy wants to do. He wants to take me down. I mean, look at it like this. He wants to take me down and stuff like that. But what if I didn't know he was working his stand-up, his Muay Thai, you know, and he just wants to bang with me? And then like, what if I get cracked? You know, I went for the shot, and he's a really decent, he's a really, really good wrestler. You know, I went for the shot and he stuffs all of them. You know, so that's why I can't really predict on what I'm gonna do in this fight or where the fight's gonna end up or anything like that, because I wouldn't really know, you know.
All right, September 8th, Hex Fight Series 16. Ricky Camp will face Scott MacGregor in Melbourne, Australia. Thank you, Ricky, for your time, and we'll definitely speak soon, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me on your thing, man. This is really, really an honor, man.
Kumite Radio is brought to you by Supplement Warfare. Visit their website, supplementwarfare.com.au, for the best quality supplements on the planet. Use coupon code Kumite Radio at checkout to get 10% off of all orders. If you're trying to get sexy for the summer, if you're just trying to flex on fools, visit supplementwarfare.com.au for the best supplements in the world. Use coupon code Kumite Radio at checkout to get 10% off and support the podcast.